Alright, y'all, so after a long, diligent search of looking for a camera, now let's review. I went through the zv1f, I went through the zv1 Mark II. I also ordered a G85, but I sent that back immediately, simply because it didn't have the charging that I was wanting. And after all that searching, I had to go on and double back. So I went back to the zv1f. Now the reason why I went to the zv1f is because I had to go and reflect on it. I got a little bit greedy. I was wanting everything in one camera. Super zoom, super focus, stabilization. And if I'm honest about it, my phone does that. But if I was going to get away from my phone sometimes, and on occasion, I was just going to take a picture or do a video, then I don't really just need those things. Because, let's be honest, the S22 Ultra thing does like 120 times zoom. Not really that much, but it zooms out pretty far. I even captured the damn moon. But for the most part, the zv1f has what I need. It has a wide lens, 20 millimeters, I believe. It has a slot for putting your microphones to, but you can't get audio feedback. It also runs off of USB Type-C, so if batteries are my issue or the low power is my issue, I can either carry a battery pack or just plug it into the wall and record. Figure a top-down view ought to go ahead and do it justice. As you're going to see, it has this big old button for recording. Now on the left side, right where it says C1, that's the what I call the bokeh button. So anytime that I was wanting to really just display a product or have the camera focus on a product and forget my face, I can go and use that little bokeh button right there. I also found that I can go and get a little bit more zoom if I switch it down to 1080p as opposed to 4K. So if I do that, I can go and get 4 times more zoom. It's not all that, but it's something. And I forgot, it also has 3 microphones here, front, back, and side. So it has like this intelligent audio thing where if I go to the back, it senses that I'm in the back and it picks up sound from there. And the same thing goes if I'm, from the side or to the front. Also, the camera has this articulating screen. So whether or not I'm in front of the camera or behind the camera, I can go and see myself or see my surroundings. I have to go ahead and get it from an angle for it to go and capture that. But if you're going to see, the imaging here is very clear. I took this image sitting in my car from a couple meters away. One of my most favorite things about a camera is that I can hold this thing on a monopod. So if I was going to carry around this camera, keep it stabilized, then I could just carry it around. Alright, one more thing, because I know that this video is getting kind of long. But it also has this little wind muff right here. So if I'm going outside and I'm really concerned about, my sound being cut off from the wind, then it comes with a wind muff. Now the zv1f is $499. I managed to really just get it for $400 through the power of Best Buy's open box system. So I think what Sony does is they're going to do this dance of, like adding to a product and taking away from a product. So the things that got gutted from the zv1f, the zv1 had a 960 frame slow motion. The zv1f doesn't have that. But it does have 1080p 120 frames of slow motion. The zv1 had a 24 millimeter lens. The zv1f has a 20 millimeter lens. The ZV-1 had like a powerful zoom. The ZV-1f doesn't have that much zoom to it, but it does zoom though. The ZV-1 had a in-body ND lens system. It's like sunglasses for your camera. Just in case you're in a, like sunny area, you can go ahead and put the ND lens on and at least go ahead and get your image. If you're still with me, I got one other thing I got to point out because it gave me a little bit of trouble. Now they're going to do a whole lot of researching about what the hell is slow and quick. So slow and quick is a function that they use for either making the frames per second fast or slow. So while the ZV-1f has a big menu system, most of the things that you can go and get to is on the camera itself. So yeah, that is my coverage of my new camera, or my return to the camera that I should have kept, the ZV-1f.